Today we are making my Philly cheesesteak pasta. Creamy, yes. Beefy, yes. Full of flavor in little bits, yes. You're going to want to stick around if you love pasta and you love steak. You're going to want to stick around for this one. Let's go over our ingredients. We got a medium yellow onion, a nice juicy green bell pepper. We also got a bunch of little peppers, red, yellow, and orange. One juicy jalapeno for a little bit of heat. Now for the vegetables, ain't nothing too serious. Make sure you got a bowl nearby to collect all your scraps. Go ahead and peel your onion. Make sure your knife is nice and sharp. Then give it a nice little, medium small dice on everything. Add all your onions, your chopped onions to a bowl. Now your bell peppers ain't no different, okay? Cut the tops off those things, the bottom and the top. Throw out the seeds, cut them into strips, turn them, cut that until you got a nice sized dice. Go ahead and add that to the bowl with your onions. And your mini peppers and your jalapeno gonna be the same exact procedure. I won't bore you with the details. You know what to do. Cut them up, add them to your bowl with the rest of the onions and peppers. And once you're done, they should look all nice and beautiful like this. Go ahead and set them to the side for now. After that, we're gonna chop up some fresh parsley. I got some fresh parsley here washed and dried, and it's pretty easy. We're just gonna roll it up into a bowl and give it a little choppy chop. Once it's all chopped, ain't nothing too fancy. I'm just gonna keep this on a paper plate until I'm ready to use it. Now for the steak, the meat, I got some top round, and I'm gonna slice that as thin as I can possibly get it, okay? And a good trick for that is to not let your meat defrost all the way if it was frozen, okay? You want it to still be sort of hard so it's easier to cut. And if your meat is defrosted all the way, just put it in the freezer for about 10 minutes before you're ready to slice it up. And once you got your nice thinly sliced steak meat, it's time to cook. Okay, we got a large pan over medium heat. We're gonna hit that thing with a little bit of oil, let that get nice and hot. The steak, of course, we're gonna hit that thing with a little bit of seasoning first. Then we're gonna start frying off our pieces of steak, let them get nice and brown. Once all of our steak is nice and brown and cooked, we're gonna push all of that meat off to one side of the pan, and then right into all that lovely grease in the pan, we're gonna add our onions and peppers and start sauteing them up until they're nice and tender. We're gonna add some seasonings, a little bit of onion powder, some smoked paprika, some of that fine, very fine garlic powder, and some more salt and pepper, of course. I'm also throwing in some chopped dehydrated onions for even more onion flavor. Mix that up. I'm gonna throw in about a tablespoon of butter, and I'm gonna let everything cook until our onions and peppers are nice and soft and tender. Then we're gonna mix the steak and the onions up, mix everything up. Then we're adding one 10.5 ounce can cream of mushroom condensed soup plus 1 cup of beef broth. Quick little mixy mix. Then we're adding a splash of Worcestershire sauce and a splash of A1 steak sauce, my secret ingredients. Give that all a good mix and then put this on low heat and let it simmer. While that's simmering, we're gonna measure out 8 ounces of rotini pasta and then let your pasta cook to your desired doneness. I'm going for al dente. And once your pasta's done, add it right to the pot with the steak and the veggies and the sauce. No need to drain it or rinse it or any of that type of crazy stuff. In fact, all that starch in the pasta water is actually going to help your sauce thicken up even more, so it's perfect. Mix up your pasta and your sauce. Then we're going to add the final touches: 2 cups of shredded cheddar cheese, and I'm going to grate in about half a cup of some pecorino romano cheese for a little salty nutty flavor. Whoa. Mix that all in and let it sit for a minute or two, and like I always say, we are good to go. I'm ready to eat. I'm going to plate up a nice generous portion of our cheesesteak pasta, top it with some of that fresh parsley we chopped before, and let me tell you, hits the spot all the time. Beefy goodness, nice creamy cheesy sauce, those vegetables, a little spice from the jalapeno. You definitely got to put this in your weekly weeknight rotation. All right, y'all, that's it for me. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. You know I will.